Hey everybody, welcome to the Slick Tree Podcast. I'm your host, Colby Langford. The point of this show is to help improve ourselves as dogmen and to raise the quality of the dogs on the end of our lead. So let's settle in, turn the volume up, and let's see if we can't learn a trick or two together from our guests.
Favorite thing about the UMCA is the camaraderie amongst all the guys at the hunts. It's very family oriented and lots of good people there, and it seems that everybody wants to get along and have a good time, and that's got to be my favorite part of it.
That sounds like a good association to be part of. Hey everybody, you are listening to the Slick Tree Podcast. I'm your host Colby Langford, and today we've got Ducie Ducote on the phone. How you doing, Ducie?
I'm doing fine, Colby. How are you, man?
Oh, doing pretty good. Kind of had a couple hiccups today, which we talked about a little bit earlier, but overall things are going good, and family's all healthy, and we're all hanging in there.
Oh, man, that's great. I put a full day in at work today and came home and hurried and fed, and then got to sit in this recliner where I could be a part of the Slick Tree podcast.
That's right. Well, let's start out. So I'm just kind of as a primer to everybody listening to this. I don't know a lot about the UMCA. I've never been to any of their events. I've never had a dog registered through them. I think I know a little bit, just basics about it. But let's kind of get some of that ironed out and kind of teach us all a little bit about it. So
Sure.
so is the UMCA was kind of put together as a way to kind of bring the separated kind of mountain cur breeds back together in one pool. Is that correct?
That is correct. And the original was way before my time, I guess, before I was really competition hunting that much. But it as long as your dogs come from the original line of the first 200 original mountain curs, they are part of the UMCA. They can be registered into the UMCA.
So that would count for, like, say you had a Stevens stock dog that had Stevens papers, but not OMCBA papers anymore. But since it goes back to that original 200, you're still eligible for UMCA.
I believe that's correct. Anyone that's in the original 200, whatever it was, that would be. I would think the Kimmers also.
Mm-hmm.
So Bob Osborne is still our registrar, and as of right now, he's still our president. But he's the one that can give us all the best answers on that. And look, I've just been burning up the papers and the rules and everything. But I believe it's any dog that was a member of the original 200 that can go back to those dogs is welcome to be a member of the UMCA.
Well, let's. I guess with that thought, we'll jump kind of right to the point because you kind of alluded to it. But you mentioned Bob was still the president, but there's been an election, has there not?
There has. We had the UMCA election, and it was for president, vice president, secretary, and 3 new board members. Let's see. I guess I think it wrapped up on February the 2nd. I won the president. Butch Spivey won vice president. Michael Park won secretary. Robert, my mind just went blank. Robert Martin, Max Bonnet, and Jeff Stockman are the new board members.
So, like
I believe we had. I'm sorry, Kobe. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I believe we had another board member step down. He'd been kind of wanting to get out, and he said this was a good time, so we also welcome J.D. Staten on our board.
So how many new positions or new people are in compared to what was? I guess is my question.
Guess let's see, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. 7 with the additional spot, so it would be a total of 7 new people.
Okay, so that's a pretty big change up then.
Yes, sir. I think there's only 3 or 4 board members that was the same. Uh, Everybody else is brand new.
I gotcha. Well,
We have a lot of great ideas. We're kind of keeping some of them secret right now. We're gonna brainstorm as a board. Couple things that we've done on the last election, and I mean last meeting. We have a yearly meeting that we started talking about a puppy program. We're gonna try to put a puppy program in the works. We're gonna also at some point, um, we're gonna put a panel together, and we're gonna see what it consists of to stand on our own 2 legs as far as being able to register a dog. You'll be able to register one straight through the UMCA. Uh, we'll have a cutoff date probably that you can use those OMCBA papers, and then from that point on, your dogs will have to descend from UMCA dogs. They'll have to either be single registered now or puppy registered after a certain date. But none of that is in effect yet. Not any of it, but it's all in the works.
gotcha. Gotcha. So on that note, so do you know if the UMCA already has its own breed standard written up?
It does, and they're almost exactly like the OMCBA breed standards. I believe they are the exact same standards.
Okay. Yeah, that was something I was wondering about. Because I know you guys put on a lot of hunts, but
Yeah.
I
Now,
wasn't
one
too
other
sure.
thing.
I wasn't too sure about what y'all do as far as the actual registration side, whether it being more like a breed registry or just more like a hunt registry.
Well, it's we're trying to get to a breed registry. That's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to make the UMCA a breed registry instead of a hunt registry. Um, I I believe I'm going to tell you right when I say this. You'll have to go through Bob to make 100% sure. I think probably the only thing different between us and the OMCBA is if you have a set of puppy papers on a puppy and he has a little more white on him than the OMCBA will allow, I believe you can still get in the UMCA as long as you have the puppy papers on that pup.
Gotcha. I'm curious how much white's too much white for you guys.
Man, I'm really gonna have to, you know, a ask everyone to refer to Bob on that because right now Bob is the registrar and he's taking care of all that. And to tell you the truth, whenever I started running, I mostly read the bylaws, I mostly read the rules. I didn't really get into the registration part. And what I'm telling you could possibly be wrong, but I know there's been some pups in the past that was registered on just puppy papers.
Okay. So,
I'm not trying to avoid the question in
oh
any way.
no,
I don't have an accurate answer for that.
no. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying I don't know. I don't know the answer to something when you're asked a question because I have to say that all the time. But well, so speaking of
We're,
hunts, you got a pretty big one coming up, don't you?
we do. We have our World Hunt coming up on the 27th and 28th. And Kobe, we're trying to make it as nice, fun, family oriented World Hunt as you can go to. Um, we've guaranteed $5,000 in prizes, and our goal is to try to double that, and with sponsorship and everything else, and get as close to $10,000 in prizes for one hunt as you can. And I look, I've gone to I guess every World Hunt except for the USDC. I've been to one, and I don't know if any of the others that gives $10,000 worth of prizes away. And probably on the 5,000, there's a couple, but it's not many. We're giving away some really nice gifts. It's gonna if it hasn't hit Facebook today, I haven't checked yet. It's gonna hit Facebook on the UMCA website, and all I can tell you, it's gonna be some super nice prizes.
Well, this will come out on the 13th. This will come out on Friday. Today's the
Oh,
11th. So
well, then you ought to see it by the time it gets here. I don't want to. I guess I can ruin it if tomorrow, if the 13th. I can tell you some of the prizes because we had a teams meeting last night. I believe first place in the junior, the senior, and the coon hunt is going to receive a Ruger 1022 engraved, laser engraved with all the UMCA stuff on it, a custom jacket, and a nice cutout, and a couple gift certificates, a shotgun sling, a sweatshirt. I mean, it's going to be some and a gift certificate. So it's going to be some really nice prizes for first place in all three hunts.
That's another question I had about your hunt was, so what all goes on there? So you said there's a youth hunt, is there, did you say junior and senior hunt, or is it just squirrel hunts, coon hunts? What's is
And we're going to have all three. We're going to have a Friday will be the junior world hunt, and that's 2 years and under as of March 1st. They have till March 1st to be two or under. And then the first two rounds of the coon hunt will be that Friday night. There will be a supper there that Friday night for everyone. And then Saturday morning, we will run 3 rounds of the open hunt, the senior hunt, I guess you would call it. And we'll have the final round of the coon hunt Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, we'll wake up and we will have the final round of the senior hunt squirrels. So, and sometime Saturday in there, I want to say around 1 o'clock, we're also going to have a world bench show and a world treeing contest.
nice. So say someone listens to this and they decide they want to come. What can say they've got an OMCBA registered dog? Can they come and register UMCA the morning of the hunt? Can like do they have to already be registered? Is there a like a qualification? Like, do you have to go to so many hunts a year to be qualified for it, or how does that work? Do you know?
No, right now there's no qualifications for it. That's something that we're going to look to in the future. But for this world hunt, you can show up the day of, the morning of. You can bring your OMCBA papers. We'll have a registration table set up there. You can buy your membership and register your dog. I think between the two, it's a total of $45, and you can participate in the every event there that day. I believe the entry fees this year are going to be $60 for the world hunt and uh, and the coon hunt and the junior hunt, and then $20, I believe. I may be lying to you. I think it may be $10 for the bench show and the treeing contest. And look, when we're not wanting to just add the bench show and treeing contest in for the world hunt. It's something that we're going to strive to have at every hunt that UMCA has. And it's because some people want to be affiliated with the squirrel dogs and they don't care for the competition hunt, but they would like to come run a beauty contest and a treeing contest on their dog. And we welcome everybody. Whatever part that you fit in at, we want you to get in at. And we're, Mr. Kevin Cowan has donated us several show tables. I'm gonna keep them at my house and in a couple different places. We're gonna try to have them at every hunt we go to. We're gonna try to make the bench show back just as popular as it used to be. We want everybody to be a part of it, from kids all the way through. Anybody that's interested, we want to be there to show.
I gotcha. That sounds like a great event. Where did you say you're holding this at?
This year it's going to be in Hazen at the clubhouse there in Hazen. I don't even know what they call it. If you've ever been to a hunt in Hazen, that's where it's at. It's in Wattensaw, and there's a clubhouse there. I think the name of the road is actually Archery Lane, if I remember right. I've been down it 1,000 times, but I believe it's called Archery Lane. And you go down to the end, and there it sits. It's a big old clubhouse. As a matter of fact, it's the same place you and I stayed when we went for the Thanksgiving hunt this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's you got tacoed there.
Oh yeah, I did get tacoed there, and y'all are all gonna pay a little bit at a time.
That's all right. That's all right. Just for clarification, I'd never touched the valve. I wanted to tell you about it, but I just couldn't. It was too good of a joke to ruin.
It was very good. I kind of wish I was the one on the other end of it. That one night in the truck was pretty rough for an old man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so it sounds like that's going to be a deal where you guys are going to rotate where you have the World Hunt at every year. Is that kind of how I took that right?
That is in discussion. Like I say, we haven't even officially all taken over yet, but it is in discussion that we were going to try to move it. I don't know if it's going to be annually or biannually. You know, a lot of that depends on where we can stay and who has hotels. You know, everybody right there in Hazen, there's two hotels, and there's a gentleman there that rents us a camp, several of us there, and it's just a good place in Hazen. There's been mention of the Delta. There's been mention of some stuff in Alabama and Georgia. So we're going to put a committee together that will decide where we're gonna where we're gonna host most of these hunts.
Gotcha. No, that sounds like a great event. If I get freed up, I might try to. I don't have anything I could run down bring over there, but
Don't don't worry, Kobe. We'll have you something you can do. We'll put you to work with that podcast equipment you have.
hey, that'd be all right. It's they gonna have you over off the side cooking up some of that gravy that you made while we were hazing last time. I
You
guess
know, I
I
don't
guess you
know.
called that a
Actually,
gravy.
Mike, that is a gravy. Yeah, that's a gravy. And I think Michael Park and Burt Carter's going to do the cooking. And you know, Michael Park's a Louisiana guy, and I think deep down Burt is too. I believe he was raised here in Louisiana, I believe. So it should be some really good food.
Yeah. Well, I'm still trying to figure out how you get off calling that stuff gravy, but I guess if the guy that cooked it says it's gravy, I guess I got to call it gravy. That ain't what gravy looks
Gravy
like in
with
Oklahoma, but man, it sure was good.
gravy with no flour in it.
Yeah. Oh, that was good stuff.
We had a good time, didn't we?
You sure did. Well, you got anything else you want to talk about as far as regarding the UMCA and any other plans you got for it?
No, and I mean to tell you the truth, I want everyone to feel welcome. We are not we are not outing anyone in any way. We want everybody to come, bring their family, bring their wives, bring their husbands, bring their kids, bring the neighbors. I don't care. And if someone comes and not just to the World Hunt, to any one of our hunts, and they want to participate and they don't have a dog, get in touch with me. I'll have one there for you. I'll bring you one, whatever it takes. Somebody wants to come see what the UMCA is about and the competition world is about, we will make it happen one way or the other. And people that's never hunted the registry, we would love to have you. Don't think that yours is the only association there is. I've hunted it, I guess, in pretty much every association that they've ever had except for the WTDA, and I'm looking forward to go to a couple of them this year. But it's a really fun group of guys that put it on, and we've remained fairly small for a long time, and small is good. But I'm hoping that we get some new members and some new blood, and I'm hoping it really gets kicked off and everybody likes it.
Nice, nice. Well, I wish you guys the best of luck, and hopefully this podcast helps get the word out a little bit and kind of lights a little bit more of a spark under you.
Yeah, I hope so too. And Kobe, you know, you've had me on. This is the third time, and I'm grateful whenever you ask me to come on the show. You don't realize I don't understand technology and how many shares and likes and downloads. I don't understand all that, but I get multiple calls every month by different people that say, "Hey man, I heard you on this podcast. Or I heard you on that podcast," and I've thanked y'all before, but I want to thank y'all again for putting up podcasts. I don't think there's probably very little to be made in the podcast business. I think you're doing it for the love of the sport, and we certainly appreciate having y'all doing it.
Well, I'll let you know if I ever figure out how to make any money at all on on this podcast. But it's fun. I enjoy it, and I've got to meet a lot of really good people out of it. Uh, and I've got to learn a lot. Hopefully people that listen get to learn some too, which is kind of the whole goal. Uh,
Yep, I'm 100% for it. And any of those sponsors that are out there listening, y'all need to call Slick Tree Podcast and get with him and get him set up on something. Colby's a top-notch guy.
well, I appreciate that. Well, speaking of ways that I can spend money on this podcast instead of make it, I guess this is a good time to bring up. So right now, if you go to my Facebook, my Slick Tree Podcast Facebook page, if you will follow that page, and there's a post, I'm doing a shirt giveaway. I had my buddy Preston at Greasy Mountain Screen Printing print me up a whole bunch of wing shooting pinball shirts, and I've got them in black with white print, and I've got them in green with like a red orange print on them. But they're a slick looking shirt. They got a squirrel like he's laid out jumping from one limb to another one, and it says wing shooting pinballs in the Slick Tree Podcast, and all you got to do to have a chance, or I'm going to give away quite a few of them shirts, but all you got to do is be following the page and share that post. But when you share it, make sure it's set to public, because if it's not set to public, I can't see who shared it. But other than
Oh,
that, that's all you
okay.
got to do for a chance to win a T-shirt, and I'm going to mail them to you and everything.
Oh man, don't sound like you're winning on this one right here.
Well, it's just one of them deals. I'm just trying to get some merch out there to some people. I appreciate people listening, and it's a chance kind of show 'em I say thank you.
Oh, excellent. That press straight up good guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. I think he's pretty good.
I've never laid eyes on him. We've had some puppy dealings. He's a really straight shooter, is what I
Hmm.
can say. Good guy. I've talked to him before. I'm going to get him to do some shirts and stuff for me at some point.
He's really good to work with too. Like because I basically sent him a napkin scribble on the idea of what I had kind of had in my head, and he he made a kind of a first version of it, and I'm kind of a nitpicker on certain things. Like when I got something in my head, I want to make it how I want it, but I don't have the ability to I don't know how to do graphic design very well on a computer. And he worked with me probably through 7 or 8 different edits to get it just exactly how I envisioned it in my mind and got it perfect. And he was happy to do it, not a complaint, nothing but a nope. That's what he wants to do is make it perfect for me. So that's
Well,
that's
that's
just kind of the way he is to work with. It's nice,
great customer service, isn't it?
excellent, excellent. But well, now that I got my plug out of the way, let's talk about your kennel and how it's doing down there, Ducey.
Well, right now in my kennel, there's, I think, 20 or 21 puppies. Um, I have one off of I call her Dixie just because it's easy, but her name's Iron Maiden, female that came from Chad Funk, and we bred her to Dub. That's a second time cross. I guess you could say the famous one out of the bunch, out of the first cross, was Tyler Asbury, had the Nova dog. And he's not bashful when it comes to posting on Facebook. Then he sold her to Gabe and Jacoby, and then I kept a pair of those puppies, and then I've ended up buying a third one back. So we've made that cross again. I think there's 7 of those puppies, and they're ready to pick up right now. People are starting to pick them up. Then we picked up another Gyp
Hey,
from
let me
Cody
jump
Martin
in
in
there.
Lafayette.
Let me
Sure.
jump in there just for 1 second before you get off topic of that Nova dog, because I watched her go when we were in Arkansas, and that dog's for real. Like she's a unit. She's a nice little jip.
I don't want to toot his horn because it may turn bad, but so far, the Dub Dog is really, really a producer. He's making head high squirrel dogs that just fly through the woods, and they're not scared to get under one and get treed. Been having really good luck with him.
Hmm.
Then, of course, we still have the Razor Dog here. He's getting old, and he's not nearly as aggressive to breeding anymore. I mean, he's a little slow and laid back. He has to have the perfect conditions. We're still getting big litters off of him, but they can't be grouchy or anything, or he's not interested. And then we have another litter off of a Festus Gyp and man, I want to tell you she's out of 20K hooker. is what I'm thinking off the top of my head. We bought her from Cody Barton and Lance Hughes, and the old hussy had 5 male pups, not a female in the litter. And all of those are getting about 4 weeks old now, maybe 5 weeks old. And then we have a gyp. Well, we call her Demon Rose, and she's out of Thundersport Demon and maybe a Bobtail Abbey gyp, I believe. And she's got 7 little puppies right now, and we bred her to Michael Park's Zodiac dog. And so we've got puppies running out the yazoo. Then we have a couple more puppies, but luckily every pup on this place is spoke for right now, and we're looking for another 3 or 4 females to come in heat in the next 60 days or so. And hope we have a fresh batch coming on shortly.
You got any of your future breedings list started, or
Oh yeah, I have lists for several of the gyps right now. The one that I myself am looking forward to the most is I'm going to breed Dub to his half sister, which is Dub's mama is Gracie, and Gracie has a pup here that we call Slinky, and I raised Slinky and I sold her to Max Bonnet, my neighbor and kennel partner. And then since then, we've turned her into, we both hunted her and we've hunted her at every level. And then we turned her into a brood gyp, and she is producing really big motor dogs. Raffle dog that Butch Spivey and Chris Hartley has, and Braxton Hartley also has, is off of him. He's got a really big motor, big bark. I'm going to actually hunt that dog at the Junior World. There's another puppy over here that's making waves that Caleb Blanchard has, and he's right here in Louisiana with us. He's not a competition hunter, but I believe I've about got him talked into it. He's off the same cross, which is a Razor Slinky. So this time we're going to cross Slinky on Dub, and that'll be a half brother, half sister cross. We have a litter mate to Sting here at our house, and we've bred one litter out of her before. She ought to be coming in shortly. We're gonna breed her probably back to Razor, and then I have 2 litter mate Dub sisters that are going to be coming in, and I'm not 100% sure what we're going to breed them to. I know we're going to breed one of them to Michael Park's Zodiac dog, and I'm not sure which one we're going to breed the other one to. You know, Kobe, at the end of the day, with all the puppies we raise, we do raise and sell a lot of puppies, but every time I make a cross, it is with best intentions to better our breed and to keep what we have going, and trying to make crosses and see how they work and keep up with them through people and make that cross again, or see if we can tweak it a little bit. And so far in our breeding program, we've had excellent luck. And when I say luck, you know, when I first decided to start breeding dogs, I bought the Razor dog, and man, I thought people would come from around the world to breed to a dog that had done a little winning and all that. And if I would have been relying on him to make me fat, I would have starved to death. And then I started playing with getting a few females and crossing them. And there's a guy that I don't even talk to anymore, and just because we don't speak, I don't even know him. His name is Mr. Jimmy Hodge. I bred a tree and cur to Razor one time, and he just looked at the paperwork and called, and I sent him a dog, and man, he blew a post up about natural treeing ability. The puppy wasn't, but like I'm gonna say 2.5, 3 months old, and he had it treeing in his front yard. And man, just kind of from there, it just started getting better. And instead of breeding just our own females, we started getting to breed other people's females. I'm going to say this month we've bred 4 outside females here, and it really feels good to be able to have something that people are wanting to breed to and producing winners. If I'm not mistaken, at this World Hunt, I don't figure they'll all show up, but I think there's a potential of about 7 Dub or Razor puppies being in the junior hunt. And even if I get half that, if I get 3 to 5 of those puppies there, people that say they're coming and bringing them, man, to me that's a big step, is to have that many off of two dogs, a father and son dog, at the World Hunt. Yeah, I know. I'm sure there's lots that's done it. I'm gonna say Festus has done it more times than not. But to me, that's a be a great showing on our stock.
Mm-hmm. So, just to kind of refresh everybody's memory, how are most of your dogs registered? Are they all OMCBA or NSD, LMC, or what are you running for papers on most of what you're doing?
Everything we have here is OMCBA, LMC, and UMCA registered.
Okay.
Dub and Razor are both USDC registered, so if anybody wants to breed a USDC female to them, the puppies can be litter registered off of either dog.
Oh,
One thing I would like to do, Kobe, and I've done it pretty much every time, and I get a lot of phone calls from it. I'd like to make sure everybody has my phone number if you don't mind me giving it out.
go right ahead.
It's 318-447-9435. Anybody has any needs for any puppies or any tips or anything I can help them out with, be glad to at any time.
Yep, and usually pretty entertaining to talk to. I know I always enjoy chatting with you.
Yeah, I try to stay on my best behavior on these podcasts, but sometimes I can crack a funny or two, and sometimes they're real clean, and sometimes the funnies aren't so clean. But yeah, you're right. I usually try to cut up a little bit with everybody.
Yeah. All right. Well.
And that's about all I have for tonight.
Yeah, that's all right. We can. My producer probably won't get me in too much trouble for having a little bit of a short episode for a change, but
You don't think he'll fire you,
I
huh?
don't. I don't think he'll fire me. I don't think he could. I don't think he could find someone else to do what I'm doing for the same price. So.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
Yep. Well, Ducie, like once again, I sure appreciate your time and coming on here, and congratulations on your new position with the UMCA, and I hope that works out well all around.
All right. And as always, I thank you very much for having me on. And once again, I'd like to welcome anyone and everyone that wants to participate in the UMCA events. We'd love to have you.
All right, everybody, take care and keep wearing out that boot leather.
I just want to give everyone that's listening a sincere thank you. Getting this podcast going has been a project. I really hope you're enjoying it, and if you don't mind, give the show a good rating and review wherever you're listening to it at, or share it on your social media to help get some traction. I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to your feedback.